Hello, Town of Kingsville Communities. Dennis Rogers from the Desk of the Mayor. Just want to check in, kind of give you a weekly review, kind of what happened. It was a busy week, so just want to recap some items. Apologize, it's been a little while since I've done a video. It's busy times, but we're going to start being a little more consistent here moving forward. So a council meeting on Monday. It was a pretty packed agenda. A couple controversial items. The first one was our Main Street development recommendations. Our administration had taken the Main Street Development Committee, take a couple of the recommendations and just in terms of the Main Street core, added their recommendations to it. So it was to split the Main Street core into three areas. The Main Street core, which is the four churches, the Main Street neighborhoods, which is Jasperson to just past Prince Albert, and then the gateways, Main Street gateways, which is down just past east of Jasperson, and then down by the beer store there at Heritage. So recommendation was 2 to 3 stories at the Main Street core, which was approved. Recommendation for the Main Street neighborhoods was up to 6 stories. Council approved up to 4 stories. And then in terms of the gateway, the east side was approved only, recommendation was up to 6 stories. Council's decision only approved up to 4, but on the west side at Heritage was up to 6 stories. So I know we'd kind of hear both sides, and 3 to 6 stories was a pretty controversial topic here for the last little while. So I think council achieved a pretty good compromise. They say a true compromise is when everybody's a little bit not happy, and to me, I think we gave good. I think it was a good decision. We gave administration their marching orders, and we listened to our residents, and we found something in the middle. So next item, we approved an asset management plan for our core assets to be in direct administration, to incorporate that into our reserve strategy for 2024, 2025, and 2026. So that's a 3% tax-based allocation going to current assets only. So, of course, all final decisions are going to be made at budget time. We found that we have about a $4.5 million infrastructure deficit, every year in terms of replacement. The report spoke to, our infrastructure is actually in pretty good shape, but we need to start saving away money in terms of replacement. If we continue to put it off, we're going to be in a tough spot, and we don't have that money in the bank. So what this does is this speaks to us creating a strong financial sustainable plan for us to be able to have resilient infrastructure. So at the end of the day is we have to be good at roads and culverts, bridges, water lines, wastewater, you name it. And with these storms and everything we're having, if they're going to be happening more frequently, we have to invest in this. So if we want our infrastructure to be resilient and sustainable, we have to invest in it. So this speaks to that. We also talked about the canteen. So unfortunately, we've had some opportunities there in terms of business to be able to run it. So council decided that they approve for a position for an employee essentially to run the canteen, but that'll be brought to budget, the decision by then. But in the interim, we're told there's a couple businesses that may be interested. So we directed administration to explore those options first. Of course, we want a private local business to be in there, or private enterprise, local business to be there, to really give that value for our community and our users, inside and outside. We want that small business to benefit. So that's our number one choice. And unfortunately, if that doesn't happen, then we'll talk about it at budget time, about us running it on our own. Housing. So the Ministry of Housing and Rural Municipal Affairs, they did a while back, they did a task force in different communities around Ontario in terms of housing. So from that task force, they brought forth 50 recommendations, and they asked for us to kind of give our top 3. So administration recommended, first one is for them to clarify about development charges. The new bill speaks to development charges being waived, for attainable housing. So we had a bunch of questions around that. Development charges is how we pay for growth. It's how we pay for future infrastructure. You name it. So if those are going to be waived, there's some hard decisions we got to make for the growth of our community. Second item, our second recommendation was, when the three schools are deemed surplus, for the province to sell them for $1. We don't feel it's right for our residents to have to pay for it twice. So our request was for them to sell it to us for $1, and for us to be able to use them for housing and other municipal needs. And the third one was for the province to update the MPAC assessments. Like, we know that MPAC had come out, and the province had came out and said that they're not going to update it through 2024. Our request is to continue to ask for them to update it. Can't go past that if that's where they're going to be. Is we have a tax inequity within our community. Some are paying too much, and some aren't paying enough. So a new assessment, it just levels the field for everybody, just so we have accurate assessments within our community. So those are the three recommendations that we approved. We also approved to increase the basement subsidy. So we have there's a subsidy for for your new sump pump or a backflow valve. It's $750. Details are on our website. So we increased that subsidy to include the permit fee for it. So what else we got? So yesterday we had the mayor's Spotlight on Business golf tournament. We decided to take the mayor's golf tournament in kind of a different direction this year. Really supporting and networking within our businesses. So it was a great day. It was tremendously successful. We had almost 100 golfers. Great turnout from our community. But more importantly, the benefit is Pathway Potential is a program funded by the county and the city of Windsor. And what it does is it allows families facing financial barriers to be able to purchase sports equipment. So it's a subsidy and kind of helps with purchasing that equipment. The unfortunate part about it is it's set at such a low level that there's not a lot within our community that take advantage of it. We're finding now, my analogy is 10 years ago, mom and dad working, they're both making $40,000, $50,000. They can kids can play whatever sports they want. This day and age, mom and dad making $40,000 to $50,000 each. It's a struggle to pay their bills. It's a struggle to buy groceries. It's a struggle to put gas in your car, let alone buying sports equipment for your kids. So this new fund that we're creating is going to help benefit those that are a little bit above that line. So exciting part is we raised about $13,000, which is tremendous. Totally blown away. Our community is tremendous. A lot of people come together on this. So I just wanted to thank everybody, for their help and for their support. Again, that $13,000 is going to help so many kids in our community, and this is just year one. So let's get this rolling. Let's keep it going. Weekend. So we got a lot of great stuff going on today. Today and into the weekend. You see, I have my orange shirt on. Truth and Reconciliation Day is tomorrow. We had a Truth and Reconciliation walk today with a couple of our public schools, grade schools. So that was exciting, just teaching kids the importance, of this National Day and what it means, for us, just take a moment and to pause and to reflect and support and honor, our Indigenous communities. Tomorrow, actual Truth and Reconciliation Day is, we have some great events and activities going on. So please check out our website for that. Ruthven Apple Festival is back, 3-year hiatus, and it's back. This is a big event for our community. This is an important event for our community. And it's back. People are excited. Call us on. He's a great host. Everything benefits, community living. So it just checks all the good boxes. So it's back this weekend. Weather's going to look great. So please make sure you check it out. Finally, we're going to start some Coffee with the Mayor engagement sessions. So I've been trying to get to these for a while. Apologize, it's taken me so long to get to it. So essentially, we're going to rotate different businesses to go to. So you can come in, you'll get time, with myself, and there'll be, our deputy mayor or another counselor. We're going to kind of rotate everybody who's there, just for us to hear your feedback, for us to have an ear, ask some questions. We want to hear the good stuff and the bad stuff, right? So just give you really an opportunity for us to hear your concerns, and you get some time with your mayor and your council. So those are coming. Stay tuned for details. We're going to be releasing those next week. So busy week again, but hope everybody stays safe out there. Come out to, we got some great events, great activities this weekend, And, we'll see you this weekend. And if not, we'll see you next week. Have a great day. Thank you.